We're back. We're back with another day of Paranormasight. Yeah. Back with another day. I realized until after the stream that we actually only had like an hour left in the game. So, yeah. We'll get to that. So after, we will be playing some Rogue. It's a roguelike Pokemon game on the browser. Where is this bitch? There we go. But yeah. It's nice that we'll be able to finish this tonight. Yeah, let's get into this bitch. Been enjoying the game so far. Don't know where Yoko and Shogo are gonna, you know, we kind of just dropped Yoko's ass. Unless, like... No, Yoko is real. Because the guy... Fuck, what's his name? Fuck. Because this guy mentions that you killed Yoko, right? As Shogo. So we know Yoko's not like a figment of someone's imagination. It's also a housekeeper, right? So she's the housekeeper for what's her face? Lady, wherever she is. Yes, Haru. They even put them next to each other, right? Yoko worked at a desk job. Yeah. That's where my money's at, that she is the housekeeper, and where that goes from there is unknown. We just met up with them. Let's go for this. Probably should have read that shit. Komagata High. Mr. Tsutsumi, this is Mayu Chozawa. So you're the one. So you're the one. The Sumida police was looking for you. Glad to see you're alright. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku seem like they're still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act once and for all. Get it? Because they sell soap? Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Stop trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayo, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. Oh, you must be Detective Ario, whatever. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. Yes. They're all but finished investigating the crime scene, and the police have mostly left, but they're letting us use the school as our base of communications as per Inspector Satsumi's request. Who are we? Oh, we're what's her face? It feels like we're finally coming up on the moment of truth. I don't know what will happen when we put the talisman together and obtain the record of fate's Yin scroll. I'm not sure why, but I feel fired up. It feels like we're close to the moment of truth. I think Mio feels the same. We also don't know who killed Nejima, right? Oh, Mr. Satsumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It was from Nakagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. So even the desk jockeys are lending a hand, brings a tear to your eye. So what they say? Right? About the Omyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. Seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory of for the foot-washing mansion. So she must be the one who fought with Simon over the right. And they found that her name was Ashino. Shino, huh? What else? That's all. That's not much help. Oh, but apparently she was quite the powerful Onmyoji, and she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the Seven Mysteries. A vengeful spirit? If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that spirit awakened and possessed them. Yeah, you mentioned before the spirits possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though this, of course, doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality, her resentment, and her spirit power. Those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Simon's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were as well. They might just be desk jockeys, but they wouldn't give us this info if it was only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomena or things like that. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. There it is, our abnormal phenomenon. Mio, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time, who we've been calling the Mastermind, they might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji named Ashino, the enemy of Simon. Do we have any idea who they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, would you be able to tell them right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Michiu had fused with your consciousness, Yako. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when spirits of a higher caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh. I'm sorry, my skills still need a lot of work. And I don't have anything else to offer. That's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or the other. Thanks. Maya rushed to Hitomi's place and back for us. She's been trying to appear calm, but I'm sure she must be still be in shock. Detective Rio, whatever, was nice enough to get us something to drink earlier. Seeing a detective take time for the little things like that helps put my mind at ease a little. I bet he's making jokes and stuff at a time like this because he doesn't want to stress us out. I wonder if he's able to stay so calm because experience, or if he's just that kind of person. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is a woman possessed by the vengeful spirit of Onmyoji Ashino. I see. Is this mastermind also the one who killed Hajime trying to get to the record of fate's yin scroll? Yes, I think that's very likely. So that's how it is, huh? And I want you to catch them no matter what. It's probably what's-her-face, Tono, I would assume, because we were saying Yoko is probably the daughter of Nejima. Well, his ass is dead now. And Tono, where the fuck is she? Yeah. I mean, it fits, kind of. I mean, it makes sense why what's-his-face is so spiritually, like, strong. That makes sense. And obviously, we still don't know Blood's reason for wanting to revive someone. So you're still not off the hook. You're actually prime suspect, my guy. Oh, Mayu, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her at the spot I was told. She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime has her really shaken up. I briefly explained her situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Here, this is what you're looking for, right? Yes, I believe that's it. I thank you so much. Mr. Tsutsumi, about this. Right, you should hold on to it, Mio, not like we could use it as it is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we both get both halves together. Understood? I'll see what I can do. Because you've lost no one, my guy. Like, or no one, like, apparent to you. Like, your wife is still alive, your daughter's still alive. So, yeah. Do you know where the other talisman is? Yes, probably. This is Hajime's last shot of finisher for him, okay? We will. I guess this is the end of the family line too, huh? All the people who inherited that talisman before him are already gone. No, but I said that he was a descendant of Simon, no? No, the Simon is Hajime, but his ass is gone. Come to think of it, the old man is Shimiya ended up getting away, huh? So word's already out, huh? He was cornered but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? So that's all they're reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Sumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yeah, like, obviously we don't know how she killed his ass, but like, I'm assuming she had an accomplice. But, yeah. Yep, his daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss couldn't believe it. Damn it, the hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? Well, wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. If we're taking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Nejima was killed by a curse stone. I don't know, man. What? By a curse bearer? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Showers would be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. While you're repeating yourself, try to calm down for a second. That would mean the inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Huh, did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have a Taiko Sugaru, if that's the case. Did we? My memory's a little hazy. You got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? It's just, it hits a little too close to home now. But either way, we have to find her as soon as possible. We don't know who the owner of Sugaru is. It could be her. She could have used the curse stone. I'm a little bit reluctant to say it was a curse stone and her just fucking him up. I heard you had a curse stone too. Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things really are a pain in the ass. I'll gladly hand it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So this is the beckoning light, huh? Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it, he and I were always prepared for the worst anyways. What? What's wrong? Damn. The trigger for the beckoning light curse is some serious shit. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said it'd give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How's it work? I'll leave you a note. You can read it later to have more important things to worry about now. Right. Mr. Tatsumi? Does that make it 5 curse stones that you're gathered now? Should be. I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as we can. Let's see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Someone made off with the one-sided reed which Nejima had. Yeah, damn shame. After that, you said earlier that the Taiko Sugaru might be with your daughter, Inspector. Well, let's set that one aside for now. So we can assume the curse bears are still prowling around out there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. I don't like you having them all, my guy. That's why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing, there's a very good chance that his daughter has Michiyo Shiraishi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get it back to the search. Best of luck. What the hell she gotten herself into? I think you're lying, my guy. Was that everything we need to chat about? If you don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. There's actually one thing. Oh, what's that? Just completely hypothetically. Hypothetically, what if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she's a woman. Seems like she was after the talismans. Sorry, don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on, we gotta look at the facts. But that would mean Inspector Satsumi would also have to be one of the Shino's descendants. Oh, right, you're just a normal person, right, Inspector? Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Thank you for putting 2 and 2 together, my guy. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some Nyoji. Oh. But, well, if you put it like that, her being the mastermind, it's possible. Really? I say possible, but I mean unlikely is what I want to think. Damn it, I don't even know what to want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging her heels about it. No, it's not that. There's something I never told her and never wanted to tell her. The truth is she's not my real daughter. What? 20 years ago, well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a baby. Oh, was she the baby then? The one for Nejima? You know anything about her birth parents? You could say I do, I guess, but really I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Ariel. You heard what I said, didn't you? Just now? About 20 years ago. No, boss, that can't be. Nejima's. That's right. When we arrested Fumichika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. That was my daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. She goes by Ayame Tono now. What? Someone had to take care of her. A baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came from. But boss, according to Nejima, that baby... It's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. What? Personally, I think that story is bullshit. According to Nejima. My goodness. It's hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true? I've got a few doubts. We have to question whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. There are no records of her and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic. I agree, no matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that a spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking as well. The more natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's, and that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origins, we have to consider the possibility that she could be a descendant of a Shino. If nothing else, their names are pretty similar. Okay, assuming all of this is true for a moment. Ayame getting taken away by Nejima and then killing him. That would mean that she killed her own father. Calm down, this is all still conjecture. Now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that. I understand. Alright, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clean up all this. Yes, sir. The talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. So if anything happens, please call the police. We will. I'm worried about Hitomi, so I'm going to head where she is. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you all. Again, like I said, I don't like Mr. fucking Cop Man. What's your name? I don't like Tetsuo having all of the parts, all the shits. Haru and Richter rescue Mayu Chozawa and interrogate her along with Takumi Yomioka, yet they fail to gain any particular useful information about the curse bearers. They decide to return to Haru's home when... We received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run, but was found by the police in the park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on the site, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Could also be that them saying that you can't have someone else's curse stone for a bit makes it a little bit hard. Like like it would go back to its original owner. So I'm not chalking it out that that was actually a fake Nejima, right? But Yutaro also could have helped her escape after killing the guy. I don't know. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. To whose story? To whose story? Oh, what's her face is here? That bitch. Fuck. man, what have you gotten yourselves into? Can't inspect anything. Fuck the surroundings. He was quite shaken just moments ago, but he seems better now. You'd think it'd be harder for him to keep his cool. I wonder what her intentions are. How is she able to act like nothing happened? Is this just how girls are these days? Anyways, I should ask about about her side of the story. Well, it's just like I said, right? The female hostage mentioned on the news just now, that must have been you. Which means you killed Najima with your own curse stone. Well, you said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. ... You're a curse bearer? So you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko Sugaru. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? I mean, if we're canonical with this shit, she doesn't. But, you know. You're right. It's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? And it's not even 1 for 1, so it's hardly a fair exchange. By the way, that's why I wanted to only use soul dregs gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. But no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals. I had to take matters into my own hands. I heard Namagaki, that young man you were with, uses curse stone too. Huh? How do you know that? Ick, creepy much. Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. There it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type, people who boast just cause they know a couple of cops, but the police is filled with nothing but scum. My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyways? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm... no, thank you. ... We know the requirement of her curse stone, right? Which is the fact that you need to know their address, their name, and shit like that. So, well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? So, what were we talking about again? Oh right, Yutaro Namagaki. He's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his pants. I just want to take my eyes off of him. He hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's such a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is, collecting soul dregs on my own. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers. Is it? And you're okay telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. ... I'm Haru Shigima, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know that cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to grin and bear it no matter what happens. Good, I know, right? What a relief, you understand. I think I might get along. Oh well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richter Kai, private investigator. Did I ask? But, you're an investigator. So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Or is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really, it's just that he keeps looking this way. I also not completely trustworthy of him, you know? There's still some mystery regarding him. Like, obviously we think it's his connection to Hajime, right? But it could be anything. Isn't your father a police officer as well? That man is not my father, not in name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today and still refused to help me. You met him today? Yes, today. Remember that Chief Tsutsumi who was chasing Nejima? Well, that's him, my dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter, I've cut ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? And I heard the police had been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody, so that explains why the police were staking out your place too. Man, how could I have known that? They came in such an intimidating numbers. Wait, what? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nejima was specifically after my life today? Sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather managed to turn the tables on him. ... Oh, that means legally speaking it was self-defense. But that truly was quite frightening. To think I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop, it's a disgrace. ... It truly is to cause their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one who needs to apologize, lady. Ah, I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son, what happened? ... My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, now that you say it, I do remember hearing that about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son. My condolences. So when you were taken hostage by Nejima, you used your curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have the time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again, your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse stone just now, and yup, it seems I activated it. What? You're using it now? Might still be weak. I guess it's supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I could get it to work once more. Oh, that's so. Sure is. I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful. It started? What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is the conditions to be fulfilled. ... Just don't tell her anything else. I forget the specific conditions. It might be age. It might be... You just need to know everything about me. Good thing I didn't do introductions. She activated her curse. The curse stones can be used already. I let my guard down. I didn't think she could be used this early in the evening. And please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? What the fuck? Fuck, okay. We're thinking that it's Nejima's curse stone that she's using. With the requirements. I don't know. We don't know what her requirements are. But, yeah. Oh, she could also be bluffing as well about the requirement that she has the Taiko Sugaru. We don't know what this bitch has been up to. She could be a fucking martial artist, you know, and just whooped his ass a million times because this bitch is crazy, but why me? No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? Because I thought you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? No. Ah, there we go. Huh? So, I get it for lying? Man, did she fulfill the conditions? She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. Please, why do you try to hide it now of all times? I wouldn't have to come if you weren't a curse bearer. So you... What was the Sugaru one? Maybe I should have read that first. Oh, oops. Was the Sugaru one have to do with lying? No. Ah, stop. Too bad she's already dead. This is horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Whoa, all the haunting clappers needed was source of fire. That was a close one. Now then. What will you do, Mr. Investigator? You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you mercy if you're going to try and capture me. So what will it be? I still don't know how her curse works. It's too risky to make a move. Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I can still do my duty as a citizen and report you, you know? Oh, what a surprise. Oh, what a surprise. This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness. She was after the same thing, you know? There's no clean hands when it comes to soul drugs. Dot, dot, dot. Well, it looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave then. Bye-bye. So her requirement is lying. While killing Shigima, fellow curse bearer, Ayame Tono obtained more than enough soul drugs for the right of resurrection. How? However, it turned out that the resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desire, she needed to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set for when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak. And she used the one-sided reed's curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed. Kills by dismemberment one whose face, addresses, names, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who, being a curse bearer himself, was promptly targeted for his soul drugs. Tsusumi's death threw the investigation efforts into disarray, allowing Ayame to evade capture. Afterwards, she acquired various addresses, registers, and phone books, and systematically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspectingly, victims could be safe at home and to suddenly have their limbs severed. The strange death shook society to its core. Yeah. So yeah, obviously we didn't know what the fuck the Tsugaru was, but apparently it's lying. But all things must come to an end, and so in time the killing stopped. Sometime after the killing, a modern-day genius female ukiyo artist burst onto the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as the modern reincarnation of Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history. Ayame's aspiration. So yeah, just don't lie to the bitch. I didn't think, because since What's His Face's was so similar, like I didn't expect it. Could she have What's His Face's curse stone? Because how would they have two curse stones very similar to lying? How would she have gotten his curse stone? When did he have the time to give it to her? And did you get the Evergreen Beach? That was a guy, was it not? I don't remember specifically. I'm pretty sure that was the guy. So you are bad. You motherfucker. I knew it. You fucking bitch. Wow. Wow. She activated curse. The curse stones can be used by anyone already. I let my guard down. Wow, wow, I didn't think she had that one. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm sure you have already noticed. Well, yeah, around last night it was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you got the haunting clappers. Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul dregs on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know? I'm well aware. Did you get soul dregs when you killed Najima? Of course, this curse stone already contains some soul dregs as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul dregs across several stones? Correct, all it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you don't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am. ... Tobacco? Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on the display either. I think we just have to kill this bitch. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in this family does. ... Why did you ask me if I did all of a sudden? Well, Your father, the chief inspector, I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? He came off a little stiff and awkward. There's a surprise. There was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Please cut it out. It's gross. You don't know a thing about him. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another family's affairs. Though he may be a stranger to me now. Even if you cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. Huh? We're not related at all. Huh? You probably thought. I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood, so you were adopted. Well, I got curious, so I looked into it it was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in, and all they did was raise me. ... My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married, but it was still a birth. It was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her, on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it, so it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married, but it was a stillbirth. Don't know what the fuck that means. Like they died in birth? The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it, so it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute. That doesn't mean that she's not the daughter of Najima. It's just that they coincided at the same time. He didn't discuss it. Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful, so any baby would have been fine as long as it could have been comforted by the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way. It's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered, wouldn't you be, after being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own. But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. Yet my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He is so damn selfish. ... The two of them grew apart. I watched them try and figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself and he has his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? I don't want him to start acting like he's my father now just because he's doing the minimum. I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was tough for all of you. ... I'm sorry, you're right. It's not my place to talk about your family. Oh, well, I have said too much. Do you think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are? Could it be that what we were talking about had something to do with the activation conditions for the haunting clappers? Who knows? How did you kill Fumichika Nejima? I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. ... There's not much to say. We talked and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. Why haven't we seen Namagaki? Where the fuck did he go? That's... I agree. What do you agree to? The world's full of trash men, I tell you. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to the Nejima's mass murder schemes. About that. There's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. Huh? I picked up his curse stone of the one-sided breed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? But that's not true, though. You obviously used the... What's it called? Oh, how silly me. I mean, I let that slip, teehee. What is your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsuhika Hokusai? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than his. His. Including my own. But it said her. It said her, did it not? I swear to God, it said her. You're saying that you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life. Not at all. Life is equal. Not all life is equal, at least not to me. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of someone like me, someone that can't produce a thing, has no value. That's unhinged. I'm still young. It's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? ... You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother, it is what it is. Dang, the feeling of a proper parent or something else. But if that's your wish, then, what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh, I haven't thought of it. I might just keep on trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed. You and Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Or are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait until I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'm pretty sure that was the fucking... I'm pretty sure that was Tatsumi's or whatever, his fucking stone. Or Tsutsumi's. I'm pretty sure that was the Evergreen Beach. I don't remember... Like, it literally triggered when I lied. That's why I thought I was like, how the fuck are they so similar? I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. Listen, Ayame, I have something to ask you. No, the answer is no. The curse stone in your possession, I'm not giving it up. ... You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right? That there's no room left for negotiation here. You're right, there's not. Wow, I just have to kill her ass. Wow. Goodbye, bitch. Ah. Did you try to use your curse just now? ... Seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did... You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. ... You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. ... But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Alrighty. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. ... It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct, I won't take that risk. Not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one you want to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. ... I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well. In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are, someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about that, then what are you doing if not for your son? It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your desires? That's not. Ma'am, what she's saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not. We discovered the truth behind this kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come to understand your own feelings. I hope you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. ... What will you do? Ma'am, if you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you'll no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayame is giving you a chance. Think hard and then give your answer. I'm not giving it to this bitch. You got me fucked up. Sorry, but that won't make me back down. Ma'am, that lighter, when did you... Ah, what? My clothes are on fire. There does not need to be an open flame as long as there's a spark of fire on you. Damn, bitch, you killed her. Man, please think this through. Ah! I mean, this bitch was insane. Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Richter. Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. I mean, I thought you were gonna kill her because, you know, your life is in danger, not because you're insane. Some days later. Amamori, you got a moment? Of course, what is it, Mr. Richter? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she had lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound back from the dead, or so the legend goes. Heard it's being adapted into a no play too. Interesting, and? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. I'm sorry to ask again, but... what are you on about? So I'm assuming Amamori is her son? It really fucks me up with names in this. Amamori. There's also a different text color than we saw, so I'm assuming it's Amamori. Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. Might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernestine, say hello. That's it? Good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, I'm Amori. Don't you tell the kid to give up his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Ahem, pardon. Let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Haru's legacy. Was Amamori... It wasn't the mother's name, right? You didn't leave... No. Reach Haru Shigima's ending. Obviously, there's the world where I give it to her. If I just kill her straight up. That's fucking crazy. The bitch didn't even get a chance to toss it. Man, why? It was the only way. Yeah, it just ends up in the same way. So I guess we have to give it to her? Really? It's just... Bro, I don't know why it doesn't let me skip. Like, I've already seen this shit before. Is it because I can technically kill her at any time? Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Maybe I should just get straight to negotiations. There's no room left for negotiation here. You're right, there's not. What if I, like, talk about everything else and then negotiate? Bro, just let me skip. Please just end this conversation. Nope. Five fucking hours later, my god. Yeah, just the same ending, so I have to fucking talk to her about it, then fuck up. Can I skip this? Yes. Okay. Skip. I don't even think her ending's like terrible. Like as like an ending for the game. Like fuck this bitch, bro. It's literally self-defense. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad to see you. Glad you could see reason, ma'am. You made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul drags, huh? Promised myself that if I ever used it, it wouldn't be my only once. And then it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame. This seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point going after you for soul drags, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. Do you know who remains? You're speaking as if you've already figured it out. We got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? ... It's not my place to intervene. Alright then. Literally, both of them have almost all the fucking curse stones. You guys are fucking idiots. I don't mind. But who are you calling? The cops. I think it would be faster if I called them directly. Bro, we know your fucking father's in it. Conclusion. Is that really it? So we never see fucking Yoko again. This is really the last mission? Tatsumi and Ariel continue their investigation, decided to meet with Ayame Tono to get to the bottom of it all. That would be the conclusion of the curses of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo to Simon and Ashino intertwined fates. We know it's you, asshole. We've been known it's you. Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How have you been? I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. That's because I wanted to see you and I just needed money to pay my tuition. Not one to mince words, eh? You came alone, right? Yes, it's just me. You make it sound like I'm handing over ransom money for hostage. I just don't want to get caught, okay? Ever thought I'd see the day that you called the police? There's something I need to tell you about. All right then. We got a lot to talk about, so let's go through things one by one. Sun's starting to dip down to the horizon. This long day is about to end. We don't have to worry about Nejima's threat anymore, but I sure didn't expect this to happen. Oh, what was that? Did someone just move over there? What the hell are those idiots doing? I told them not to come, damn it. Shit, I don't want to know what'll happen if they get found out. Whatever I do, I gotta keep from looking over there. Yeah, you already fucked up once. She called the police asking for me by name and demanded that I come to meet her alone. They asked me if I wanted a team to set up a perimeter, but I had them stand down. So she might make a run for it, but I don't want her panicking if she has a curse stone. Besides, I'm not trying to take her in by force. She sure has changed over the past 3 years, got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe that she's the same little girl who would get omelet all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute, is that how far back I have to go for a happy memory together? I wonder if she hates me. Now, obviously this is all like connected to if that fucking ghost that we saw was the beech tree or whatever. What the fuck is it? Was the evergreen beech, which I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not gonna fucking go back. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh god. I've had our curse stone. You have a curse stone, don't you? I do. You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? The police will handle any damages the curse stone of the damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any wrong with it, I'm not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life? That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it, no hesitation. ... Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have? ... 3, not that it matters. 3, huh? I feel like they're trying to, like, pull the cover over our eyes, you know? Over our eyes. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shiraishi had? Michio Shiraishi, from the car crash you were in with that Namagaki guy. Oh, with Utaro? Yeah, I was there. Utaro? That sounds like. So you and him were, I mean, not really. He was kind of a boring guy. What? You're serious? But he said, you're getting off track, Mr. Satsumi the Talisman. Get back to the Talisman. We should have relied on him for this. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But with the hit and run case on top of everything, you're in real deep. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I mean, no. Tell me about the Talisman. Did you take it from the scene? ... You mean this? That's it. I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all. There's really no other reason. What's the big deal? Is it really that special, this whole thing? Yeah, it's real important. Would you mind giving it to me? Important for what? We're putting a stop to the curses of the Seven Mysteries. Oh, so that means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right. Then no way, I'm definitely keeping it. Ugh, I screwed that one up. Mr. Satsumi, you really can't do any better than that? Come on, the talisman. Will you give me the talisman? What? No way, I can't lose the right. Why are you willing to go so far for the right of resurrection? What do you want with it? Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely. Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think of a way for you to get what you want without resurrection. I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? What Hokusai? The Ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life? That'd be quite the feat, huh? That's you. I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? The only time I ever felt like there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of Ukiyo-e. Though I'm sure you never noticed. VT stand up. Yeah. Hello, Lego. I really had no idea. It saved me. Hokusai is the reason I'm still alive today. I didn't know you felt so hopeless. You would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. From the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplished, I'll die happy. You're really serious about this? I just don't know where, like, they just completely dropped Yoko's ass from this game. Sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima, you hurt. And there it is, that's so like you. What? You're only mentioning that now. Shouldn't that have been the first thing you asked me? Well, You're not worried about me? All you care about is yourself. Yeah, you're right, I've been selfish, I know. Oh, come on, Mr. Tsutsumi, you can do better than that. He really screwed up there, huh? I'm fine I managed to get away somehow or another. Alright, I'm glad. Now I kind of wish that I went back in the VOD to see if that was actually the fucking, the right curse. I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima? ... And if I did, would you hide me from the police? Well, I don't know if I... That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really care about. Bitch, you've murdered people. Yes, I did it. You. I don't think he ever knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me into those gardens and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. ... So there's no going back now. That's not true. You can still make things right before you make them worse. Then let me say it another way. This is my chance and I won't throw it away. Your chance? Oh, I do still think he's playing... Fuck. I wish I went back. I guess technically I could still go back. Fuck it, I'm going back. Let me get this VOD. Video producer. Let me see this shit. Then I can stop yapping. Oh god. Then I can stop yapping to see if it was actually the case. Where is it? No, never mind. It was an old man, but not that old man. Yeah, no, it looked completely different. Let me just double check. Yeah, different old man. This man's fucked up. Yeah, it's okay. So maybe he's not connected? I'm still not gonna throw it out. It just means that she doesn't have the lying one. Or whatever. Or and maybe both of them could end up being lying or some shit. Just, we don't know. Fumichika Nejima. Did Nejima say anything to you? He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure. Yeah, not surprised there. So I said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Harsh. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. No. Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. No, you're different. Am I? Well, maybe not that different. But at least you're honest. ... I know I haven't been the best father, but I wonder, of all the fathers in the world... are there any who wouldn't cover up for their child if they committed a crime? How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like that. ... Yeah, plenty of parents take the fall for their children or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong, but maybe as a parent, it's the right thing to do. I don't know. I think having a father like that would make it easier to go with him for advice if I do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side. I see, so that's what it would take to be on your side. I can't do that. ... That's okay, I wasn't really expecting you to. Nope, didn't mean to look at the fucking surroundings, dumbass. How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Mom, I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though, haven't you? I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you. Sounded like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? I did not. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already was. You're one to talk. So Nejima really didn't tell you anything? ... Not really, no. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? ... I am. Well, sure, you can't live as long as I have without having a secret or two. Of course you tried to dodge the question. Now then. Tell me how my curse stone, the Taiko Sugara, works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me. It's the same shit with lying. It's literally the exact same fucking thing. Because lying is hiding something. ... So if you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse stone on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? I get it why you wanted to see me. Then let me tell you one thing first. The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. What? How's that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable, but as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead, then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I? No. I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were, so you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? Well, you actually just killed your father. You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That's my real parent. Or that's my real parent, is the man I was just with. Ayame. Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are honestly and truly our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it. Why are you really this stupid? That's stupid. God. What? Boss. Why is your pride worth dying for? Oh, his ass is dead. Okay, well, yeah. Dot dot dot. I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it? Ayame, listen. Huh? You're how? Ayame. Be proud no matter what happens, you are our precious daughter. No way, how are you still alive? I don't know what that piece of shit Nejima filled your head with, but you're not Shino. And you're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Dot dot dot. Alright, I guess it's Tono now. Well, that's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be a part of who you are. Dot dot dot. Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse proves that it's not. Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. I did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely even there for you. Dot dot dot. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it. I think you could have relayed that information without hiding something. You didn't, like, if you're about to die, you're a straight dumbass. Like, a heartwarming scene, you know, you're opening up to your daughter and shit like that, but your daughter just killed your ass. So do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. And if you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me. Well, stop, I can't. The mastermind behind all this, the one who awakened the curses of the Seven Mysteries in order to use the right, wasn't you, was it? No, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And picking up Michio Shiraishi's talisman was just coincidence, right? Yeah, I already told you that. Good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Nejima. You can stand on your own two legs, you can keep living without escaping into fantasy. You can hate me, you can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever just stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse too. Dot dot dot. It's not too late to atone for the hit and run, for using the curses. Don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can. Dad! I didn't never... Boss! Straight dumbass, bro. The day at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Tsutsumi death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Tsutsumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and steal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. The same massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Oh my god, bro, you're such a dumbass. Or so it seemed. The deep sound of drums once more reverberates through the night air. How long has it been since we started hearing them each day? Could it be coming from the Daimo's residence? I've heard they have a drum in their fire watch tower instead of wooden clackers, but I don't see a fire, so why are they sounding the drum? And one morning a body was found. Isn't that old man Kanzo, the ukiyo-e painter? He lived nearby but had been down and out for years. Despite his best efforts to sell his works, every now and then his granddaughter would visit and he would teach her to paint. It was the old man's only pleasure. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams, curse his soul's resurrection. Hearing her tale, the old man was griped by a sudden zeal and began to paint with great fervor. His work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed the strange imagery. Even the daimyo had taken notice. What could have possibly have happened? The people whispered amongst each other. It looked almost as if he had been beaten like a drum. Oh,